So now we are diving into how to run Linux commands on a Yocto based system and access the i.MX93 board through SSH over the internet using its IP address. So before we begin, let's quickly understand a few key terms. That first one is the Linux Yocto. So Linux Yocto is a very powerful framework used to build custom software embedded Linux distribution. Second one is a distro. A distro means basically a distribution, which is the final Linux image that runs on your board. And if you would like to explore more in depth about what is Yocto, what is distro, Linux, and how to set it up and why it is used, then check out a detailed blog linked in the description below. So firstly, I'll explain you the hardware connection that I have made. So in this, I have connected two Type-C cables. So this first one is for our power cable. Second one is for the debugging. Nextly, I have connected an Ethernet that will give you the IP address of the microprocessor. Next, I have connected a USB dongle for the mouse and keyboard connectivity. And lastly, I have this HDMI cable connected to gain access of the terminal of our microprocessor. Let's begin by opening the terminal on the i.MX93 board. So when you open it, this is the terminal that will be shown on your screen, and we'll write our first command that will be telling you what is the OS of our microprocessor. So write cat space / etc / OS release and then press enter. So here you can see the name, the version, that is the NXP i.MX release distro, version 6.6, version ID 6.6, SCAD gap. So this command confirms which Linux distribution is currently running. It shows information about the OS built with the Yocto. So now let's check the IP address assigned to our board via the Ethernet. So for that, we'll type IP space A and press enter. You will see like this, the Ethernet 0, and on the right side it's shown MQ state down. So which means nothing is connected to our Ethernet port, which Ethernet 0 is this port which is not connected and it's set in the idle state only. Under the Ethernet 1, which I have connected with the LAN cable, you can see it's showing MQ state up, and here's the iNet, that is the IP address assigned to our microprocessor, which is 192.168.0.101. So this means that your board is assigned an IP with a subnet mask of 255.255.255.0 via DHCP. This confirms that the i.MX93 is now on the same local network as your laptop. So now let's send a simple text message. If we type hello and press enter, we can see there is a reply which is of hello world that we received from our i.MX microprocessor. So this confirms that our basic communication is working. So now let's confirm if the board supports SSH or not. So we'll type which SSH and press enter. As you can see, it will give you a path that verifies that our system has an SSH. Next up, to verify that SSH is listening on the port or not, we'll type net start space TULPN space again, then GRET space 22 and then press enter. So you should see like this TCP 6000022. So this means that port 22 is open. That means SSH is ready. So now we'll understand what is SSH. SSH or Secure Shell is a network protocol that provides encrypted terminal access over an unsecured network. It is a standard way to access Linux devices remotely, and it's widely used in embedded development, server administration, and IoT. So now our next step is to ping the board from your host PC. For that you can open the CMD and type this command, ping the IP address that is assigned to your microprocessor by the Ethernet, that is 192.168.0.101, and then press enter. So now you can see it's pinging with 32 bytes of data, and here you can see the packet sent, the received, and the loss. So this confirms that the network communication is successful. So what ping command does is that it echoes a request packet to a host. Receiving a reply from the microprocessor confirms IP level connectivity between the laptop and the i.MX. So next step is SSH into the board. For that we'll type this command, SSH root @ the IP address of the microprocessor 192.168.0.101, and then press enter. So if you're doing this for the first time, you can see another message, something like the authenticity of the host can't be established. Are you sure you want to continue connecting? For that simply type yes, and after which you will be redirected to this. So this means that now you have gained full access to your microprocessor. So I'll just demonstrate you. So if you type hello, you can see that you received a reply of hello world from the microprocessor. Or you can type another command, like if you want to check the IP address, then IP a, press enter. So you can see all the information that Ethernet 0 is state down, Ethernet 1 is state up, and the IP address is this. So, and yes, that's it. You have now successfully accessed your microprocessor board over the Ethernet using SSH.